So, before we get into today's video, just want to let you know, I'm sorry for slacking. I know, like I said, you know me in every video I do, like every Spooky Sunday or any video, I end up apologizing, repeating the same things over and over and over and over again. So, I always repeat the same thing. I'll apologize in the intro, and then when I go to before the first video, I'll end up saying the same shit. Um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. There's not really much to say. I apologize. And yeah, let's get on with it. What's up, guys? I'm sorry I haven't posted a video in like 5 days. I just haven't been feeling it. I've been taking a lot of time. Like off social media. Really, I'm not really texting. Not really anybody. Just mostly family. It's basically all it is family I'm talking to, or that's about it. I haven't talked to literally anybody. My girlfriend, not most nobody. Like I haven't been talking to anybody. I haven't talked to my girlfriend because she's got a lot going on. I'm not gonna go into detail, so I haven't talked to her in some time. But because she just has a lot going on. Like we're still together, of course, 100%. Like, that's never gonna end. But she just, she just don't worry about it. I'll explain more. You know, I can't explain anything because it's none of my business. But just know that because I know somebody asked me if we're still together, and we are, of course, 100%. But she just has her own problems, so she's just been away for a while. But yeah, other than that, the only people I've been talking to is her family or my family. That's it. I don't talk to really anyone else. And really, like, I'll reply to like some people here. Like one day I'll go through and text people, and then like I won't text no one for days. It's been taking a lot of time off. But let's just get into it. It's no fun if you don't have jolly ranchers. Actually, no, I'm not gonna eat. I just brushed my teeth recently. I think that's not that. But let's just get into it, guys. The bathroom started. Make sure it's loud. Hopefully it's loud enough. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me turn it down a little bit just in case. Did I even play it?
So this happened a few months ago. I'm 26. I was at JFK Airport in New York with 5 friends. All of us were about to fly down to Florida to spend the week in a beach house. We had a few more minutes to kill in the airport before we would board our flight, and I really had to go to the bathroom all of a sudden. I was baffled to see a line out the door for the bathroom. I noticed a janitor walking by, so I asked her if there was another bathroom nearby that wouldn't be so crowded. She laughed and told me she shouldn't really be telling people, but there was another bathroom past the door she was pointing at, down a narrow flight of stairs and to the left. I thanked her because she was extremely nice and followed the direction she gave me. Sure enough, behind that door that no one would think to open was a small stairway that led down to a really poorly lit, skinny hallway.
I ain't gotta go to the bathroom that bad.
It was so narrow that if 2 people were to pass by each other, one person would have to stand against the wall to make room. I found the bathroom right away. The door was extremely heavy and hard to push. Also, the lights were on inside of the bathroom, and it was filthy in there.
I ain't gonna go that bad.
It was evident that nobody ever really came in there to clean. Now, this is a little embarrassing to mention, but when I go to the bathroom in public places, I always try to make sure nobody else is around to possibly hear me going. So after checking the stall to see that it was unoccupied, I went back into the hallway for a second to take a look down both directions. To the left, there was somebody standing at the end of the hall, in a dark, unlit section of the hallway.
sorry guys. I was checking something, plus I was also, um, I was doing something, so I noticed, something earlier, before when I first started this. I was gonna do something, but, there was something in my dresser and I was gonna put it away, but I completely forgot to. Also, I realized that, I realized how dirty the shirt I was wearing was. This one is just covered in cat hair. I gotta do laundry soon, so let's get back into it. That's the reason why I changed.
It was a disturbing sight, to say the least. All I could do was awkwardly pull my head back into the bathroom and try to pretend we didn't see each other. I went into the stall and just...
see what happened.
To say the least. All I could do was awkwardly pull my head back into the bathroom and try to pretend we didn't see each other.
What did he see?
Of the hallway.
Oh.
It was a disturbing sight, to say the least. All in it, dreading the thought of that door opening. And of course it did. I saw the man's black shoes under the stall door as he walked to the stall next to mine. He shut the door, and then there was silence. No sound of the man unzipping his fly or sitting down, nothing. I realized I didn't really have to go anymore, and went to unlock the stall door. That's when I looked up and saw the man's head peering over the stall, looking at me. I nearly had a heart attack as my screams bounced off the walls of the tiny bathroom. I ran back up those damn steps and out that door, and then casually walked back over to my friends. I was breathing heavily, but nobody seemed to notice. I didn't tell anyone, just because it was embarrassing, and I didn't want my friends to make fun of me in any way. I know, I guess that seems stupid now.
Those aren't good friends.
We went on to have our Florida vacation and all had a good time. Of course, the thought of that creepy man haunted me every night that week.
Alright guys. That's fucking creepy, yo. If someone ever looked over the door like that, I'm punching you in your face, bro. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you a man or a woman, bro. You about to get hit. I know it's wrong for to hit a female, but don't look over here. Like, get out of here. That's so creepy. I don't care if you a man or woman. That's so creepy. Like you about to get some toilet paper or some shit. I'm about to throw my shoe at you or something. Like, don't. That's where if you look over a stall at someone, you're straight up 100% weird as fuck. I don't care if it's your friend in there, best friend. I don't care if you're dating that person. That is straight up weird and creepy as fuck. I don't care. Yeah, if you're at home and you're in your girlfriend, yeah, that's fine. Go in there and this and that. Or you know how girls be. I don't know how y'all girls be, but in a bathroom, public bathroom like that, that's weird as hell. Keep that shit at home, right? But yeah, it's not okay. House sitting horror stories. Hopefully this one will be better than the first one. The first one, that was creepy as fuck. You don't sit there and look over at and install someone. That's creepy. I know from experience, no, people's never done it to me, or I've never done it to people, but in school you would see people get, because in school that was like a thing. You would get really like in trouble for that. So I'll be in class and kids would come in and teach you like, oh, you're in trouble for getting in the stalls or people. I'm like, why are you doing that? It's so weird. People do that. Doesn't matter what, first grade, second grade. Like, it's so weird. Kindergarten. I understand you're little, but that's still weird. Like, you don't look at someone or go into the bathroom. That's still weird. Anyway, don't mind my little paintbrush guy in the corner. You know, that's my homie. You know, what are we gonna name him? What's my homie's name? We're gonna call him Jim, cause why not? Jim the homie. You know, he chilling just in case if I need it and stuff. You know. That's really creepy, bro. I can just cover over you, you know. I'll just cover over your freaking face, you idiot.
A couple weeks ago, my dad came home and pitched me a small job offer. One of his coworkers was going away for a few days and needed somebody he could trust to watch over his house. The
You
reason my
never
dad
trust
pitched
your
this
kids
to
to
me
watch
was
your
because
house.
the man's house has a big CCTV system.
Jesus
Basically a camera
Christ,
in
you
every
see
room,
that
and then
shit
an
big as
operating
hell.
desk where all screens could be watched on a big monitor. And I'm a
Bro, he
computer
making sure
science
his house
major,
is
so my dad
fun.
just always assumes that I know how to
Damn,
work
bro,
anything
he like his house
technological.
secured and
The
protected.
man told my dad that he'd
Can't
pay
crack
me
like landmines
$200
in
for
his
the
front
2
lawn
days
or
just
some
to watch
shit.
the house.
In his
Whatever
backyard,
that
he's got
meant.
some landmines
My
and
dad drove me
tripwires.
to the house and introduced me to the
But it
man,
looks like
whose
this,
name
this
doesn't
guy's
matter.
house is probably like.
The man made it seem like he preferred I stay in the upstairs room with the monitors as opposed to roaming the house all day. That was fine with me though. So when I wasn't eating, I was mostly just sitting in that room with the TV on in the background and doing schoolwork on my laptop. Ironically, the thing I was doing the least was keeping an eye on the monitors.
Hell no.
Night
No,
came.
if I'm up at
I
night, I'm
started
keeping an eye on
wondering
the
where in the house I
monitors.
should sleep, since surprisingly we hadn't discussed
Even
that.
during the day, like, no.
So I
keep an
sat
eye.
back down at the desk and looked at all the different rooms on the screens to see which rooms had beds or couches. I noticed something I wasn't
Do you not know your
expecting to
own
notice,
house?
though.
Do you not live here?
The back screen door was open downstairs. I didn't remember it being open. I looked through each and every camera screen in a panic.
Say some Fancy Freddy shit.
In the living room, a closet door was open. This one I knew wasn't open earlier. I texted my dad to call the man and ask him if he came back home. Meanwhile, I continued watching the screen.
Does he live here or is he watching
On the
this
grainy,
man's
dark
house?
image, a tall person
I
who
didn't hear what I
resembled
wasn't
only a
paying
black
attention
shadow on the
at
screen
first.
stepped out from the closet. I pulled my arms off the desk as I covered my
You about to
mouth
get
with my
fired. You
hands
might
in
as well
shock.
leave the house.
As I did this, however, my left elbow pulled some heavy object from the desk onto the floor, creating a big thud. The person in the image very clearly moved their head up to the ceiling as a response to the noise. They went for the stairs, walking up very,
You done
very
goofed, my
slowly,
guy.
step by step.
Like, everything
Meanwhile,
is
I got a
strike.
text back from my dad saying, "No, he's not. I just spoke to him half an hour ago. Why?" I got so caught up in my phone texting my dad to send help that I didn't even pay attention to the monitor. There was a knock at the door. I looked at it and then the screens. The first screen I laid my eyes on was the one showing the person outside the door to the room I was in. When I remembered that door had no lock, the only thing I could think to do was jump out the window into the bushes below.
Bye.
I ran halfway down the block and then
Hey, you're
stopped
an
when my
idiot.
dad
Go.
called me. I had him call his friend and ask him if he was expecting somebody in the house. The man said he had no relatives or friends who had his key or would ever let themselves into his home. So he called the cops and had them review the footage. I got to watch all of it, and it showed everything. From the moment the intruder broke the glass to the backyard door, to the moment I jumped out the window and him running away shortly after. The intruder was never found. The footage was just too dark to identify his face.
I need to like them friggin' get dark cameras like that. You need to get like them night. Let's just need like some night vision bullshit. If you can see. No, that's why if someone's out, that's when you leave the lights on. Like if you know someone's like my family, if someone's out, that's when you sit right there, or you go with them. Like me, if one of my family members are going somewhere, like to the store, I'm there. If they're going to meet someone or something, then I don't. But like I'm usually going with my family. Every time they one of them like, yo, I'm going here, I'm usually there. Like especially at nighttime. Like I hate walking out and like alone. Like I ain't got a problem with it, but it's just nah. People nowadays are ridiculous. Can't trust nobody. But yeah, man. So that's what you need to do. If you know someone is out, like especially like that, if you're home alone, you better leave all the lights on. I know that might, you know, if you leave the lights on, then people will know there's someone there. You know, sometimes that might scare them off. Like, oh, there could be one person, two people, three people here. You know, scare them off. But if you leave the lights off, then they're definitely like, oh, okay, there's people in there sleeping or this and that. I can, because he obviously didn't hear the glass. Like I said, the guy broke the glass. He obviously didn't hear that. So people can be sneaky. So that's why you leave lights on. Like so you know. Like me, that's why I always got lights on in my room. One, because of the cat, of course, because I also bought a flashlight and also like a headband light thing, cause like my cat, you never know where he is. My house, like we have no lights in the house. Like at night, my room is the only room that has lights on. Plus, I think my brother got Christmas lights in his room. I think. No, I think my sister also has Christmas lights too. We all have Christmas lights on. Like me, I got Christmas lights and I got two little night lights over there. I need to buy more because this cat blends in so well. Like he would go chill in a corner of my dresser, like in a dark ass corner. Like especially the house, we need like Christmas lights up or little night lights every now and then or something, so we can see him. That's why I bought a flashlight and shit. So I ain't gotta turn on like a whole room light or something. So so I don't wake my family up. Turn on the flashlight or use the headband flashlight I got. Boom, I can just go out, do whatever I gotta do. So I can also spot the cat too. Cause like I'm always stepping on him. I've already stepped on him. I've been stepping on him quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Alright guys, last one. This one's called Hide and Seek Horror Stories. If it's more than one story, then I'll just mark it as one whole thing. But I don't want to sit there and so I only have when I have first video, second video, third. I only have three. I didn't make a fourth or fifth or sixth or 21. I only made three, and that's probably what I'm gonna keep it at. But again, I apologize for not making videos. It's been a while. I apologize, guys. But yeah. Also an intro, like I don't use an intro a lot or outro, especially when I'm recording games. I live stream. I can add an intro to it, and I can most likely add an outro. But Crash Nightcore. I subscribe to people. I don't even like Nightcore. Like I don't even know who that is. Like I just know. I just seen him on YouTube one day and I was like, oh, you have a good song, subscribe. Like if I watch something and I just one video, like I'll subscribe. And like none of the other videos would be like it. I was like, oh, subscribe. You got a cool song. Oh wait, I don't know the other 400 songs, but I know this one. But yeah, my live streams, I should start adding like an intro and outro and shit. I should. And the last one I added it. The last live stream I did, no, it was the last one I did. I deleted it because my phone's volume was not working whatsoever, and I thought it was just a video, so I deleted it. And I went to other videos, and it wouldn't work, so I restarted my phone, and it worked. I'm like, fuck, I deleted the whole video for nothing. And I got phones. I got phones. I got phones over here, but. The iPhone my sister recently gave me, can't use it because it's messed up. And these two are freaking crappy and cracked. This one I just charged after like months. They still work. So if they still work, if you can still, they might be slow and crappy, but if you can still work, use them, keep them. I said if you have a phone that's all slow and broken like that, and if it still works, you keep it. For the one time I had a phone, you could not see the screen. Like the screen was like black and shit, like black spots everywhere. You can barely see the screen. But I memorized where every app was, and I only use that phone for music at times. I had music on that phone, and I memorized where the music app was. So all I gotta do is click on it. Boom! I know where the play button is, the rewind, I know where everything is. So I was like, fuck it. As long as I know where it's at, I'll still use this. Let's get into this, guys. Me and Jim the paintbrush over here about to chill. Watch this last one. Fucking okay.
When I was a kid, my parents would sometimes bring me down to my aunt and uncle's place to stay for the weekend. Mainly, I'd spend time playing with my two cousins.
I wasn't streaming recently, I think yesterday, but I recently just woke up in the morning when I went to go stream it, and like I could not get the camera straight and everything. I was getting so irritated, so I was like, fuck it, I got so angry. I said, screw it. And I was gonna stream today, but my phone wasn't charged. And it was like I'm 30%, and that wasn't gonna last. Like, cause the app I use, like, it'll bring my phone down. So like, plus when I'm pretty sure it's all phones when they're down low, they don't work as much. So I was like, forget it. I'm gonna charge my phone up and go stream. And then I was like, no, what? Forget it. I don't want to stream. There's a game I'm playing. I feel like it was be a good game to stream, but like I don't stream. I just play it off the side. Like Final Fantasy 12, I'm playing off on the side. I'm almost about to beat Final Fantasy 12 with just bows and everything. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I was gonna do. But anyway, let's just get back into this.
Who were around the same age as me. They lived on a small farm with plenty of open space, and we could run around doing pretty much whatever we wanted. If we thought we could get away with it, the three of us would sometimes cross over to the neighboring farm about half a mile away. It had been abandoned for decades, with a scattering of derelict buildings and other structures still standing on the property, just begging to be explored. This was, of course, a gold mine for three adventurous young boys such as ourselves, especially after my cousins told me stories about the deaths that took place in the house. It was pretty classic fare. Man goes crazy, axe murders his entire family, hangs himself, returns every night as an angry spirit looking for new victims. Good, grisly stuff.
Let me go back.
Pretty classic fare. Man goes crazy, axe murders his entire family, hangs himself, returns every night as an angry spirit looking for new victims. Good, grisly stuff. Even at that age, I knew they were probably making it up, or at least embellishing old rumors. But seeing as how the setting lent itself so well to such tales, I allowed myself to buy into it. One afternoon, we decided to play hide and seek. When it was my turn to hide, I ran off for a flimsy brown barn that had living quarters on top and climbed the stairs looking for a good spot. There was still furniture inside, and personal belongings lay scattered across the floor. I maneuvered over broken dishes, tattered clothes, and crumbling books, eventually coming to a small room with a closet. Jackpot. There were even long black dresses still hanging on the rod that I could hide behind. I stepped inside and managed to force shut the folding door.
I would not go in there.
My only illumination was a slit of sunlight that shone through the crack in the door from a nearby window. I crouched down with knees tucked into chest and waited. Some time passed and there was still no sign of my seekers. I waited some more, debating if and when I should give myself up. After nearly an hour, this was starting to get boring. My head drooped. I woke with a jerk. It was pitch black. Drowsy and confused, I forgot for a minute where I was or what I had been doing. As it came back to me, the realization that it was now nighttime and that I had been abandoned here filled me with sinking dread in the pit of my stomach. I tried to get up, but a sudden cramp in my calf kept me grounded. I squirmed about, waiting for it to pass, when I heard a door slamming shut downstairs, and instantly froze. One of my cousins squirmed about, waiting for it to pass, when I heard a door slamming shut downstairs.
Look at that right there. Hold up. Look at that. The fuck is that? See that on the floor? What the fuck is that? I see that's fucking creepy.
And instantly froze.
Creepy as hell.
One of my cousins? There was a brief period of silence. Then footsteps at the bottom of the stairs. But not just footsteps, a thud too. After every other step.
If someone hasn't found me in 10 minutes, I'm leaving.
These weren't the footfalls of a child. They were slow, heavy, deliberate. I held my breath, praying they would go away. They did not. The noises continued to ascend. After another moment of silence, the walking resumed, this time along with a steady scraping sound, like something heavy being dragged across the floorboards. The footsteps made their way through the debris and wandered aimlessly through the various rooms. I thought I could smell something faintly putrid. The constant scrape sent cold shivers coursing down my arms and back. My worst fears were realized when the steps reached the bedroom doorway. They got closer and closer and finally stopped directly in front of the closet door. I couldn't see a thing. After an agonizing pause, they continued on over to the other side of the room and out the doorway again.
Alright.
They faded away down the hallway.
He knows you're there.
I waited for what seemed like an eternity. There were no more sounds now, and I was trying to build up enough courage to open the door and flee. 3 things happened simultaneously just then. I was bombarded with a smell I can only describe as fresh roadkill.
That's creepy, like, especially if that happens in real life.
I heard raspy breathing behind me in the dark closet, and I felt hot breath against the nape of my neck. That was enough for me to hurtle myself out from the confines of that nightmare space, relying on memory and scant moonlight to navigate through the darkened house. All the while, I heard footsteps chasing behind me, closing in with terrifying speed. It was a clumsy, torturous escape full of trips and bumps and blind stumbling. I never looked back, at least not until I had burst out the front door and into the country night. And when I did turn around, I saw absolutely nothing. There were no more footsteps and nobody was chasing me. That didn't stop me from running, though, all the way back to my aunt and uncle's house. There was a police car in the driveway when I got back. My parents were there too, worried sick. Everybody demanded to know where I had been. Apparently, when my cousins still hadn't found me by evening, they'd returned home to tell their parents. Eventually, the police were called in and informed me that they had already scoured every building on the farm. The insinuation that I was lying about my whereabouts didn't go unnoticed. None of it made any sense. It wasn't until years later that one of my cousins filled in a final piece of the story. He and his brothers had spent hours searching for me like they said, but the part they didn't tell anyone was that they thought they spotted me in the window of the bedroom I was hiding in. And when they got closer, they saw that it wasn't me. A young boy neither of them recognized was smiling and waving down at them and gesturing for them to come upstairs. That's when they ran back home. All of this while I slept in the closet.
Oh, so that little boy was there. Totally not creepy at all. Totally not creepy at all. So there was a little boy, and then apparently it was someone dragging a body, or so it seemed like it. Unless that was a bunch of sauce or ketchup, dragging a bag full of like hot dogs with ketchup, or like, you know, I don't know. That's ridiculous. Honestly, I think that's the scariest one. I think that's the creepiest one. If you like I said, if you're not found, someone doesn't find you after like 10-15 minutes, you leave. Straight up. If someone hasn't found me in like, give it like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, then it's like the latest. They haven't found me, and then, well, he didn't know what time it was. Nah. If you're sitting in there for, I wouldn't even go in there in the first place. Hell no. I would hide behind the building or some shit. If I get caught, oh well. Those kids obviously, they didn't even look in the building. Like, they see some kid there and like, oh, isn't that? And then this guy doesn't say nothing. Like, he said, oh, when I get older, he told me. What the fuck? I was like, you guys like, that's like 40 years later. The fuck? That could have helped. Like, nobody searched that building and did not see the blood or anything. If they didn't see the blood, then they either they cleaned up very fast, or that kid was just imagining shit. But alright guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully I'll get Resident Evil up by tomorrow. I apologize for not recording too much or live streaming. I spent like 5 days. I just haven't really been feeling myself for the past like 2 months, a month and a half or so. I've been slacking a lot for the past month and a half, 2 months, like bad. I've been slacking. But, you know, as always, you know, if you like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the notification button, of course. God bless you, I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I didn't even